They'll be calling you a radical. Just got back from fishing right here on the Great Salt Lake. Fucking had a good time. Spent about $3,000. Went and ate, drank beer, stayed at the hotel. Spent a fuck. It was really fucking wind blowing. Maybe next year, bro. Fucking same thing you're catching in Oregon. Same thing you're catching in Alaska. So, comrades. Fuck. So what's with the old Soviet Union gear? When in Rome, fuckers. So, Rick Perry has lost his fucking, well, what a lying piece of fucking dog shit. At Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Megan, now remember, Megan Rice, Greg and Michael broke into Y12, 2020. Most dangerous place in the world. More plutonium there than anywhere. Supposedly guard, you spent $1 billion fucking guarding this place. They broke in on a Saturday. This is a fucking, 85-year-old. Bocat went in there, sat there for how long waiting to arrest him. Charged her as a terrorist. Put her in a holding facility for nearly 3 years in Georgia that's built to hold for fucking 2 weeks. Turned down the temperature 57 degrees and tried to kill her. Oh no, this is home of the fucking free. Land of the brave. Let me tell you what this is. Now we'll talk about Rick Perry, the fucking lying scumbag, and the new appointment to the N.R.C. Fuck, another Eastern European? Oh yeah, fuck, we got another one right here. I know her. Christina. Oh, she's a fucking University of Michigan. She's a good fucking nuclear puppet. Is bad pro-nuclear work. Head of the N.R.C. She's fucking head of the nuclear cartel. NUSCALE. I mean, this is so captured fucking. Well, what do you expect? Tillerson, fucking the guy who fucking head of BP, the looters, the raper. You can't make this shit up. Fucking Amway Queen in fucking Michigan, head of the fucking education. Whoa. Fucking Trump, fake news, that fake lying motherfucker. They're all fake. Well, I'll read this. United States of fucking liars. F-U-K-I-N-G liars by Kevin E. Blanch, June 27, 2017. United States of Usury 2000 to present. A giant masquerade hairsprayed liars, looters party on Balco. To present the fakest place in human history. Calling a U.S. president fake, or MSM, mainstream media, or alternative news source in the U.S. fake. Please, Mr. Obvious, tell me where fucking babies come from. The photo is, there's a photo out there of Trump. Time magazine photo. People thought it was real for years. That's not a real photo. So he's got it in all his fucking golf courses all over his real estate bubble. I predict he'll be the second president to go bankrupt while in office. Lincoln went fucking bankrupt. Fucking crazy ass wife. Please, Miss Sheriff, tell where babies come from. The photo is all Trump's gold courses. It's fucking fake like his hair, his words, and his wife. Like Fox News, like Obama, like Bush, like Clinton's. Fake, fucking fake. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. George W. Bush won the 2000 election. The Supreme Court is legitimate. I am fucking Pat Tillman. Died off fighting off fucking thousands of terrorists when he was killed by an ordered execution by fucking Bush and Cheney. This entire country is fucking fake. Look in the fucking mirror. It's a hairsprayed masquerade looter's fucking ball. America, land of the fake. Home of the afraid. Of the truth. Baby bombers and their ignorant fucking echoes. This place is so pathetic, it's unreal. Fake? Please. President's fake? Ha! Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Please tell me where babies are. So fucking lunatic. Rick Perry. Don't flip the gan with the ooh that smell tide pool. So Rick Perry stands at Oak Ridge today saying how we need more nuclear energy. We need more clean, green, too cheap to fucking meter, the three greatest lies in fucking human history, all in fucking one. He says, when I grew up, when I was a kid in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, everybody wanted to be a nuclear scientist. Huh. You grew up in a different America I grew up. I remember in the fucking 60s, fucking 85% of the fucking country was anti-nuclear bomb, anti-nuclear energy, anti-nuclear fucking usury. Fucking. You grew up in a different world. Oh, just like, oh, I'm gonna be, Johnny, you keep fucking doing good in school, you're gonna be a fucking astronaut. Fucking little Mary Lou, fucking ratting, you do good, you're gonna be fucking the next fucking gold medal fucking gym. You're gonna be the next fucking decathlon, fucking 76. You're gonna win. You're gonna be the greatest athlete on. You're gonna win the decathlon. Those fucking Eastern Europeans or Russians, those women aren't really fucking women. They're men. They're cheating. Oh, who won it? Bruce Jenner? Huh? Up is down, black is fucking white. Comrade, comrade, comrade. Let's think about the Soviet Union. I love how you call it communism. Communism. The Mormons right here for 100 years call themselves the great communists. 100% redistribution of wealth to everything and everywhere. Not a war machine. The Soviet Union, post fucking World War II, even before World War II, when fucking Stalin, Stillman, fucking Lenin's fucking brother, slowly the whites who turned out the fucking reds, slowly fucking killed them all. Trotsky to the fucking head, just like Sheila Sandberg. All these people are fucking cousins that have taken over the United States government. Fucking, they're all, Jill Stein and Putin are cousins. Sheila Sandberg. The fuck, Trump. I mean, he's one of the fucking old fucking bleeders from Bavaria. So, Saddam Hussein has weapons, so commies, they're communism. They're communism. No, they're militarism. They're militarism. The United States was number 42 pre-World War II. What is the United States? So we take all this redistribution of wealth, impoverish our people, and the fucking people live in this masquerade fairy tale party, think they got it all fucking going on in their own personal Ponzi scheme, their real estate bubble. That's called militarism. So the Russians have occupied the fucking White House. Kevin Blanch, fucking the 5th of November, remember, boom, fucking again. Head of RT's murdered that fucking day right there where we do the march, in the hotel where we fucking protest. Can't make it up. So, militarism. So I've been thinking about a fucking word to call this new economic, you know, my gig science fiction economics. You know, so I've been fucking trying to mix words, you know, coming up with this, you know, crony capitalism that's, I mean, that's kind of what it is, but you gotta fucking blend military and capitalism, I get, or, I mean, corporatism, capitism, capimilitarism, millicapitalism, fucking, I'll get it fucking ironed out, but look, it was never fucking communism, never. Russia was never that. No, it was militarism. It's the exact same thing we are. When in Rome. So fucking Rick Perry's lost his fucking mind. I mean, no answer for the fucking waste. I fucking emailed him again and I says, what part of Fukushima do you not... And you think about fucking Trump had hope? Fuck, what a fucking loser he is. We should have known. I knew. What are we gonna do? Vote for Hillary scumbag fucking Clinton? His cousin? Please allow me to introduce myself. Please allow me to reintroduce myself. I got that from one of the Mets players. The reintroduce. Walking, bucking after dark, Central Park. My fucking friend, the communist. I can't afford his gas. Cheryl fucking Crow. No, Cheryl Pigeon. Ha! You think fucking it's Lance Armstrong's bike. Here's what America is. That fucking, if he had 4th stage cancer, I had 12th stage. I really did have cancer. He's an insult to me. And she's a fucking disgusting fucking pig to even fucking be sleeping with a lying, creepy rat like that. It was the United States government, the post office that was fucking leaking them. The French knew, the Italians knew, everybody knew he was a fucking fraud. On Balco. What's Balco? Fucking Jerry Rice, fucking the Venus fucking girls, fucking Canseco, fucking the Bash brother. McGwire, fucking Sammy, fucking Botox Sosa. What a fucking masquerade party. So, here's what America is. It's Mark McGwire. Do I need to explain that to you fucking sheep? Balco broke the fucking record, all fucking fraud, fake fucking. Let's move up the fucking plate. Let's move in the fucking fence. Let's juice the bat and the ball. Swinging Albert Bell's fucking bat. Do I need to explain that one to you? The cork bat, when his own player crawled in. Remember when the umpires took it and his own players crawled in there through the fucking roof and got it back? Fucking criminals protecting criminals. Kind of like the NRC protecting the nuclear industry. Riding Lance Armstrong's bike. So you got Mark McGwire swinging Albert Bell's bat while riding Lance Armstrong's bike. My friend, the communist. I can't afford his gas. Cheryl Pigeon. Fucking wannabe. Fucking. It's like the Bikini Atolls. I'm going on my big bikini. You know, I do my gig out at the Enola Gay Hangar. I have an event out there the 3rd and the 9th, and I've been doing it. You know, their videos all over. And, you know, I will advertise it. I've been doing it for 40 fucking years, over 40 years. Every year, you know, I have a little crowd, 2, 3, 4. Or last year, me, 1. You know, bikini, it's so sexy. So I put up those videos that I was in Prague because in fucking the Czech Republic, now Pravad told me this in Austria, and when I was in the Czech Republic, I verified this, and I went there, I was there, shot fucking video of it. There's a fucking nuclear reactor in the Czech Republic leaking. So they have a teenage fucking high school girl fucking bikini contest to see her get, and I understand the European, I spent fucking enough time in Budapest and in fucking Vienna and in Prague to understand. I mean, I remember I was at Budapest in this beer festival and I'm like, what the fuck? They might as well have been naked, and they says, oh, that's a teenage bikini contest. I get that. I understand how they are. It's fucking the taboo here. Everybody's naked over there from fucking that big to that big, and they're into their fucking bodies and their sexuality. Here, you know, taboo. That's why there's so many pedophiles fucking around here. Fucking not there. I get that, but still. So the bikini's all back in vogue. Sexy. You didn't know how the bikini was named. The French designer, fucking, the Ballad of fucking. So the Bikini Atoll. Nuclear's all sexy. Rick Perry just told us again. Ooh, it was sexy to be that. That was in fucking 19 fucking, what, 46, 40 fucking 7. I'll quote Hoover. Never in the history of fucking human fucking kind has a fucking military machine indiscretionally mass murdered innocent fucking civilians. Fucking, this is the most grotesque, disgusting thing in fucking history. No uniforms, no guns, just mass murder. Oppenheimer, oh, it worked. Fucking, he was a peace activist. Fucking, you know, it's unreal. Let's call him a commie. My friend, the commie. I can't afford his Caspian Sea gas. So looted, fucking Russia looted. So who's the new capitalist? Russia. Russia, which turns into a monarchy. Pure capitalism is a pure monarchy. I mean, that's just what the word is. That's what it is. The greatest capitalists in the world are in fucking Russia. There's, you know, what, 10, 20 people control the whole fucking world's wealth. The greatest military is the Soviet Union is here. You fuckers invaded that Afghanistan. We're boycotting those fucking Olympics in 1980. We're boycotting them, you fuckers. You invaded Afghanistan. Your nation building. Huh? What? Fuck. Up is down, black is white, yellow is fucking blue. Fucking green is dead. Fucking Putin's fucking cousin, Jill Stein, red. Fuck her own stock portfolio. Look it up. Look it up. $9 million in the very pipeline. She was blocking. In Monsanto. She has lots of uranium stocks. She has lots of fucking nuclear energy stocks. So does Rick Perry, the pit. Rick Perry's all about, look, here's why they want this shit. Here's exactly why. There's a lot of sugar wars, molasses wars. They don't call the Civil War in Europe the Civil War. Textile fucking war, same old thing. Fucking different royal monarchies fighting with each other. Fucking cocaine cowboys. Fucking the manufactured fucking drug fucking wars. Fucking when the Bush fucking Iran-Contra on fucking Balco. Oliver fucking North told you. You won't listen, just like Pat Tillman's fucking partner who was standing right next to him when they murdered. They wouldn't listen. Even when you're told the truth, you can't handle the fucking truth. You don't want the fucking truth. Fucking America, fucking ignorant, selfish fucking people will elect ignorant, selfish fucking leaders. George Carlin on Balco. Fucking masquerade party. Look in the mirror. Fucking hairspray. Fake fucking breast. Botox. Fucking fake stucco. Fake fucking rock. Styrofoam fucking big fucking empty fucking mansions like their souls. Like their fucking bodies. Like their conscience. They have none. So the Czech Republic has, everybody freaks out, flips out. Rightfully so. I gotta tell this story. So I'm in Prague 2 years ago. And you know, I'm staying at the hostel. That's where I stayed all day. I mean, I didn't have any money. I just fucking, I was sleeping out, doing whatever. So, of course, it's fucking college-age kids, a lot of them, you know, like, let's go drink beer. Like, you're going to go to fucking Prague and fucking not drink fucking beer. Like, somebody see a picture with me with these sexy fucking girls over there. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to fucking Europe and not eat ice cream. Not fucking hang around with sexy fucking European females and not drink beer. Yeah, fucking... kid in a fucking candy store, please, of course. The fuck, when in Rome. So, we go out, we're sitting around, there's a big fucking group of us, you know, all ages, sitting around, like people do in Europe. It was fun. It's fantastic, actually. We're sitting around, and people were introducing each other to each other, and everybody was happy, having beers. And by the way, so I go up and order a beer. I'm with this chick I met in Budapest. And she's with me. She took me to Commeria Park. That's one that showed me the fucking statues. Fucking, whoa, what a tripped out place that is. So, the beer, the national beer over there is 11, 12, best beer in the world. It's a Pilsner. I usually drink dark beer, but I don't drink that much beer. So, I'm too sick, too unhealthy. So you order 11, 12, 13 Celsius. How it's brewed. I'm like, give me a 12. Well, I just got some money out of the ATM. The big notes, the exchange rate, I think in the Czech Republic was 88 to 1. Budapest, I mean, in Hungary, it's like many hundreds of 1. So I get some money and I'm like, okay, here. She gives me my beer. I walk off and said, here's this. I mean, they're tough as nails over there. Beautiful, really beautiful. And they're all into their bodies and their minds. Speak multiple languages. Not chasing money into a fucking circle. So she's like, sir, you're going to get your other 11 fucking beers. What? What? You ordered 12 fucking beers. Come get your other 11 fucking beers. I paid for fucking, yes, you paid for 12 beers. Come get your fucking beer. Okay, fucking here. So pass them around, take one down, pass it around, another fucking nuclear reactor fucking radiating the world on the fucking wall. So everybody's seeking beer and we're introducing ourselves, and the guy who knows me, he says, that I'd met, you know, and he says, I used to watch your YouTube videos. In the hostel I met him. Great fucking kid from Atlanta. About 26. He says, Kevin here is an anti-nuclear activist, and he's been protesting in Vienna at the UN with his new bikini. Backstroking. That's the UN in the back of that fucking building. And that's the Danube. I'm swimming fucking with my new sexy bikini. Ooh, yeah, bikini contest. Fucking, so bikini atoll. So he says he got AML leukemia in 2011. Fucking was given 2 months to fucking live. We were talking, and you know, really fucking great. It was fun. You know, we all went over to the statue where you come out of the vagina, where you give birth again. Fuck, Prague's a fucking gem artistically. Magnificent gem. Oh, it's fucking grand. And so, this really beautiful young female over there, she looks at, and I heard her real quietly said, me too. And nobody else really heard her, and I looked over and I looked at her and I could see, you know, because us leukemia patients, we got a magnet. I run to them all over, especially the AML. So I says, you too? You have cancer? She says, yeah. I was given 2 months to live 4 years ago. 2011? Yeah. AML? Yeah, AML, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, both. I'm like, holy fuck. She goes just like this. That's what we do. Show our Fukushima fish hook. I'm like, holy fuck. She says, my mom was a nurse. And when I got it, she fucking, just every day in me, you're not gonna fucking die, you're gonna fucking fight this. You're gonna go get this treatment. You're not gonna lay down. She'd get on her face. She says she would put up her fist like this and say, come on, come on, come on, right fucking now. You're fighting. Beautiful young thing. And boy, she fucking fought, and she knew how to fight. She was doing good. Pretty fucking amazing story. So the bikini, oh, it's sexy. Rick Perry says it's sexy again. Death's so fucking sexy. The fucking sex of fucking cancer. Ooh, death. I mean, you see it all the time. Pink ribbons all over. Fucking walk, run, fucking for the fucking cure. What about the cause? Why don't you fight the cause? And you know, everybody's all kumbaya. If you're sucked up, everybody was all so friendly to me when I was sucked up, bald, fucking went through puberty fucking 12 times, dyed my hair fucking blue. I says, when I come out, if I come out, I mean, I'm cut up fucking, whew. I come out, I says, I'm gonna dye my hair blue in the fucking honor of the fucking mighty blue lady if my hair ever grows back. It grew back. I fucking dyed my hair fucking blue. I think I'll dye my hair blue. No more words and no more promises. So, the bikini, it's so, everybody's so not, but they hate survivors. It's all like kumbaya as long as you know you're gonna die. It's sexy. It's so fucking sexy, you know. Femen does the most beautiful work in here, but I mean, it's all over Europe, and they started out as fucking Ukrainian girls. That was an anti-nuclear movement. It's like Earth Day was an anti-nuclear movement. You're trying to fucking hijack it now, turn it into a pro-nuclear movement. Up is down, black is white. Fucking United States is commies, militarism, capitalism, fucking militarism. I'll come up with the pure fucking 1929 fucking capitalist. Putin's worth 60 billion. Build his new castle in the fucking shape of Versailles. The average net worth in Russia is less than $400. When he took it was fucking 18,000. Of course, that's much better than the United States. The average net worth here is minus 15,000, for real. That's man, woman, and child. Adult is much higher than that by many, many, many times. So, it's all the fucking rage. It's sexy. Ooh, fucking teenage girls in fucking bikinis and leaking nuclear reactors. Oh, we would never do that. You fuck. Fucking the naked bike ride in Portland. Ooh, we're all naked. What are you fucking protesting? The Trumpettes, what are you protesting? The Obama kids, what are you protesting? Fucking. How can you fucking support any of these fucking masquerade parties? You been that hypnotized? They're fucking lying scum. So the bikini, so I tucked my fucking skin up under my hat. And I went in to fucking ask the UN why. I says, imagine that. Huh. Her. The nuclear industry working for you. The nuclear industry, go fuck you. Huh. So, backstroking to the fucking UN in the mighty Danube. I stayed at Freedom Eisenbauer's house, or was at her house being interviewed, Provad, on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo, Waterloo, Waterloo. Ooh, ooh, Waterloo. So, she blocked the dam. One person blocked the dam on the Danube. One person kicked the fucking reactor. They have a bar in there. You know, you have to fucking schedule way out in front to go in there. It was never fueled. It was never fueled. It's safe. The Austrians are something else with their cleanliness and their recycling and their fucking anti-nuclearism. Yet the UN sits right there. The IEA, the corrupt of the corrupt. So it's all sexy. The bikini, the bikini. So the French designer, he's like, fuck, I got the